Good morning. Hey, happy Tuesday. So today I want to show you my night routine, the night routine my wife and I have been using for probably about 2 months now, on and off. And so what it actually is we hear so much about morning routines, like to get up and make the most of the morning. But the other half of that is to establish a good night routine. And so what it is, for us at least, it can take different shapes, is an hour set apart before bed where we do a number of things so that by the time we're in bed, we're really ready to go to sleep. So that our minds are clear, the day is ready, the next day is ready, and things are just ready. Yeah, so that when you're going to sleep, one of the reasons people have trouble falling asleep is that their mind is still racing, or that they feel like there's still things to do and so on. So when you can establish a routine that actually kind of checks all those boxes, so when you lay down, your mind is like, okay, we did everything we could do at this time. So now my only next concern is to rest. So when we've been doing it consistently, it really helps us get some rest. So I'm going to show you that now. First, I want to show you what it looks like outside, middle of April, and we're getting snow still. A little ridiculous, but it's pretty, and we have a safe, warm house, so I'm thankful. Alright, so here's our night routine. You can see we made a cool little sheet to help us see what it is. And right now our designated bedtime is around 10 p.m. So that means 9 p.m. is when the routine is supposed to start. Now, how often do we start right at 9? That's debatable. But this is the goal that we're aiming for. So right at 9, the first block here, you can see we begin the shutdown section. So we turn off any electronics, we set the alarms, we have kind of a plug-in scent that is supposed to help you sleep. I think it's like lavender or something. So that begins to set the mood in the room, and we put our phones to charge. And within that first 10-15 minutes, we are done touching technology, if that makes sense. We are not picking up our phones again. We are not looking into the blue electronic lights. That is kind of the official shutdown. Don't touch those anymore. Now, the second section is more planning things. So that's when we'll head over to the kitchen and start packing our lunches for the next day. If I'm working late, if Bree has some obligations after work, then we'll pack our dinners too. We'll make sure our clothes are laid out for the next day. Anything that is special for the day to come. So maybe there's, we're leading a group, so there's certain books we have to get ready, or so on. Like, this is just anything that's on our minds, we start knocking it out in this 15 to 20 minute period. And anything we can't do at that time, we have a little journal by let me grab it. We have one of these field notes. So a little journal to write down any to-do items, so that way it's just another way of getting it out of our mind for the day. Third, we have our affirmations and prayer of gratitude. And one thing I should say, like, before 9:30, that's when we brush our teeth and wash our faces and everything. Just to get all that done too. That counts as planning. Okay. Now the next section is affirmations and prayer of gratitude. So affirmations kind of get a bad rap sometimes because people think of them as little woo. But Scripture tells us to meditate on Scripture. Jesus and the Bible, they're very engaged in, or very, they stress the point that we need to pay attention to what is going into our minds. And so that means we need to be intentional about what's going in our minds. And citing affirmations every morning and every night is a great way to be intentional about what is going in your mind. And so the ones we have are kind of shaped by things God has shown us, things that we know need to be a better priority in our lives. I can do a video on that in the future. But yeah, it has really helped, because these affirmations, which were just kind of a test trial to see what will happen, they've started to become part of our normal thoughts. And that's a good thing. You want your affirmations to ingrain in you, to kind of direct your thinking in the way that honors God. Like changing your default. So after that, then we do a prayer of gratitude. So Brie and I sit down and we think through the day and try to be really intentional about what we're saying thank you for. It's not always, people are always like, well, it's got to be like super unique every single day. It's not super unique every single day, but it does give us a chance to look back and really think, okay, this day, this happened, and maybe it's, the third day happened in a row, but I'm consciously being thankful for it because that's developing the spiritual discipline of gratitude, and it's helping me be aware of God in my life in a deeper, more meaningful way. Last but not least is the 9:45 to 10. So this is right up to the edge. Right now we're probably already in bed. The lights are off or dimmed. And it's just unwinding, like a last little bit of unwinding. So maybe we'll have a hot cup of tea. Maybe we'll have a physical book that we're just, a fiction one, because nonfiction can get your mind riled up again, that we're just kind of working through. We have some coloring books. We haven't actually done coloring right before bed, but coloring is really good, just unwinding. Your mind doesn't have to think. It's just your body being for a little bit. Or a nice hot Epsom salt bath. Doing that for 10-15 minutes just completely puts your body at ease, and that is such a good last thing to do. So that is our night routine. See, just about an hour. There's 8 different things we do. That can look a whole bunch of different ways, but that's the night routine we've been doing. All right, yeah. I'm just trying to turn the camera around. So I encourage you, if you have been having trouble sleeping, I encourage you to try a night routine like this. We read a bunch of different things to find a routine that fit for us. A bunch of blog articles. There's that one book I recommended. I think I recommend on here. It's called Sleep Smarter. There's just a lot you can do aside from, we didn't just want to do the normal thing like take more melatonin or try to go to sleep earlier. Like, there's more intentional things you can do to get better rest. So that's just a little peek into our private life. I hope it's helpful and I hope it encourages you. And if you're somewhere where it's snowing, I hope you stay warm today. All right, I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.